finally time for a brand new How to Cosplay. So this time we're focusing on one of my personal favourite doctors, and if not my overall favourite doctor, Peter Davison, number 5. It's ironic that my all-time favourite Doctor Who story, The Caves of Adrezani, is the one in which he regenerates. But we won't speak of that. It's a very good story, for the love of God. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Anywho, here is possibly the simplest organisation of things needed to cosplay 5e from about season 19, 20 and 21. So, let's go! Okay, well, for the hat, you need a straw Panama hat that you can roll up to stick in your bag or your pocket. So ASOS has you covered. They have a really good Panama hat. You'll need to change the band though to a red one. I put an example in the description. Now this is the main piece. Now there are a few places you can get a Davison coat, like Cosplay Sky, Hello Cosplay, or Magnoli. But I think a great affordable one comes from Cosplay. It gets the piping right and the colour is pretty decent too. Now don't forget, Davison used 2 different coats, and while this is close to the season 21 version, I think you can rock it with season 19/20 gear as well. One of the aspects where I believe a pragmatic DIY option should be taken is the shirt. Take a Sharpie and get a plain white shirt from Primark or somewhere and draw on the question marks on the collars. The Doctor Who fans showed a nice little demonstration of this. If you get some plain white braces, then you can do this with them to create the Planet of Fire look as well. Alternatively, if you want to go down a much more costly, if a tad bit more professional route, then Magnoli have a version for both the 6th Doctor and the 5th. However, there are no images of the colours for the 5th, so you may want to drop them an email if you're seriously interested in getting one, just to check if it's correct. The jumper. Now this is one of the most defining aspects of the 5th Doctor's costume. The cricket jumper. Now for season 1920's version, the Doctor has a nicely striped version, and you're in luck, because Lavrasi has an almost perfect replica of this jumper. I personally think it's possibly the best you can get, especially for the price. Now, if you want to go for the season 21 version, then you're gonna find it a bit more difficult. I would advise trawling eBay, and while double striped red jumpers are very rare, single striped ones are in abundance, and are pretty cheap actually. Trousers. Now these are, without a doubt, the most difficult part of the costume. There are 2 routes you can go down to do this. The spoon flower route is one. If you have any sewing skills, unlike me, or know a seamstress, actually I sort of do, then you can get fabric for both the season 19 trousers or the season 21 trousers to be made. Alternatively, you can buy this pretty basic 5th Doctor costume, officially released by the BBC, and just casually steal the trousers. I'd say they're pretty good for season 21. Now, let's move on to the 5th Doctor's defining clothing piece, the majestic celery. Now, as we know, this is to tell the Doctor about anything he might be allergic to. So, I honestly don't recommend that you get an actual piece of celery, because if you get hungry, you'll eat it and subsequently ruin it. However, if you don't like celery, then that might not be such a problem, except for the fact that it will eventually go off, and it'll just look rubbish. So instead, get this, the Abbey Shot celery pin. At 8 inches long, it looks like it'll be a great replacement for, legitimate celery. And finally, the shoes. Ironically, this seems to be the easiest part of the costume. All you literally need are any pair of white trainers. Primark shoes, white Converse, if you want to reference Time Crash. Seriously, it's all good, anything white. And for added bonus detail, don't forget to take a little cricket ball and some half-moon spectacles. Well, there you have it. That's how to put together your 5th Doctor cosplay. Admittedly, it's actually one of the simplest cosplays to put together when it comes to the classic Doctors, especially compared to what's coming next, when we do how to cosplay the 4th Doctor, which could take a fair few videos, because we've got 7 years worth of material to work from. So until that time comes, see ya.